Hello, good morning or good afternoon. Well, I'm here to talk to a man who is listening to me. If you are 25 years old and older, so 25, 30, even 40 years old, this is for you. I've been thinking a lot lately about marriage, and I've been thinking about some of the men I know, the young men I know, who are not married and who are not even thinking about marriage. They are not talking about marriage. They don't care about it. Some of them even say that they are not ready for marriage. And I wonder why. I kept asking myself those questions. And what came to mind was that they probably not know what is the purpose of marriage, or they don't care. But if you care about marriage, if you care about what the purpose of marriage is, listen to me today. First of all, I want to tell you that if you are 25 years old and older and you are not even thinking about marriage, this is a mindset that you have to change right now. This is 2023. This is a new year. And by the grace of God, our senior pastor has declared this year a year of increase. Maybe this is a domain where you will have to increase, where you will have to change your mindset, right? Where you will have to grow as a man. Because I cannot understand, especially for the believer. If you are a believer, you are 25 years old and older, and you are a man. A believer to me means that this is somebody who reads their Bible and they know what the Bible says about at least some of the things, that are critical for your life and destiny. Marriage is something that is critical for your life and for your destiny. Marriage, choosing the wrong partner can be something very critical and can even, get to fulfill your destiny. Therefore, it's very important for you to find the right partner, the right person you will marry. So I'm talking to the believer here, to the man who believes in God, who is reading his Bible. I don't know. Have you not seen the Bible verse that says, it is not good for this man to be alone? The great God, the mighty God, the omniscient God, the one who knows it all. He knows everything. He knows you. He is the one who created you. He made you who you are today. He placed you where you are today. If you are alive today, it's by the grace of God that you are alive today. That great and mighty God is telling you that it is not good for a man, for you who is listening to me right now, who is 30 years old, who is 40 years old. It's not good for you to be alone. And you think he's joking? This God is not joking. It means that if you are alone, it's going to be bad for you. So it means if you are alone, it's going to be bad for you. So think about it. Think about yourself and start thinking about marriage. I don't know. There are so many Bible verses, and I'm going to quote you other ones, right? There's one that says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And you are still sitting there. You are not even worried about yourself. You don't want to find a good thing? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? I mean, that Bible verse, unless you don't believe in the Bible, and that is why I'm speaking to the believer. This message is truly addressed to the believer only. It's only for the believer, no one else, please. If you're a believer and you have read those Bible verses, it is not good for you, a man, to be alone. And you are 35, you are 40 years old, and you are still alone. There is a problem. There is a problem. It looks like you are trying to commit suicide. You don't want any good. You don't want any good to happen in your life. And I don't think that's the case. It's probably because you didn't know. But now this is an opportunity for you to know that you are missing a lot. You say that you don't want to get married because you want to enjoy life. Believe me, when God says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing, it's true. I'm telling you that the moment you get married, the moment you find a wife, and that is why the Bible says a wife. The Bible does not say he who finds a woman. Because there are many women out there. There are so many women out there. And you were probably looking at women and not looking at wives. That is probably why you are still unmarried. You are still not married. But I'm talking about a wife. I'm talking about a wife. I'm not talking about a woman who will buy a $1,000 wig to wear on an empty head, or a woman who will buy an expensive purse a brand purse with a credit card and then suffer later. I'm not talking about this type of women. I'm talking about the women the Bible is talking about. The Bible speaks about the virtuous woman. He who findeth that woman findeth a good thing. Look at these Bible verses. Consider these Bible verses in this year 2023. I mean, I'm so tired to see old men like you're 35 and you are 35, you are 40 years old and you are not married. You want to tell me that you have not found the wife? It's not true. Well, if you've been looking and you are unable to find, come see me. Come see me. Send me a message and I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to be the big sister and I'm just going to help you, find somebody that is fit, somebody that is going to help you in your life. It's very important for you to be married. It's important for you to have a virtuous woman in your life because the Bible says so. So those who are against marriage, I hope you are not against marriage. I hope you are not a believer and you are against marriage. Marriage is an institution from God. God himself is the one who instituted marriage. So don't be, offended because I'm saying things like this. Maybe you have been disappointed before, but just because you've been disappointed with another woman does not mean that all women are bad. No, it doesn't mean that. It was a time for you to learn. It was a period of time where, the Bible promised that we will have trials and tribulations. You might have had some trials and some tribulations in your marriage before if you are divorced, but that does not negate the fact that marriage is a good thing. And you, if you are 35 years old or 40 years old, look, you should find a wife. I mean, there are many beautiful and sound-minded women out there. Come see me. I'm telling you, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Meditate on that. Ask God, pray to God, and ask him to send you a good wife, to send you a virtuous woman. You have been a perpetual tester for so long now. It's enough. Enough is enough. This is 2023. You've been jumping from one woman to another woman, like testing every woman that you see. When you see white, you want to taste. You see pink, you want to taste. You see orange, you want to taste. Please, that is not your name. You are not a perpetual tester. Change that. Change that mindset. This is 2023. You have been enjoying the benefits of marriage before getting married. That is why you don't want to get married, because you've been having sex, she's been cooking for you and all of these things that you are only supposed to do in marriage. Stop it. You are a believer. Stop doing these things. Stop it. Seriously. You have been programmed a certain way. Like, oh, I just want to marry this type of girl. She needs to look like a Coca-Cola bottle and stuff like that. I mean, expectations, nonsense expectations that don't even make sense. Stop these things. Seriously. Look at the Bible. Go in the Bible. Dig the Bible. You are a man. You are supposed to be a leader. You are supposed to lead in your actions, lead in your behavior, lead in the way you act, even when it comes to your own destiny. Because believe me, people are watching you. A lot of people are looking at you and seeing you as a model. Don't disappoint people. Don't disappoint yourself. Don't disappoint God. There is a level of accountability, a level of responsibility, a level of maturity that you can only acquire in marriage. Seriously, I'm telling you. Once you get married as a man, some of these things are going to be strengthened. Some of these things are going to grow. You're going to be more accountable to your wife and to the children that you have. It's very important for you. If you are 30 years old, if you are 40 years old, to get married, it's important. Don't dismiss that. It's something that is important for you. And when the Bible says that he who finds a wife findeth a good thing, believe me, God does not lie. He's not a man that he must lie. He doesn't lie. What he's saying is true. It's for your good that I'm telling you these things. Find a wife. When you find a wife, is like a crown in your head. A crown. Like, that is what you need. Seriously. In this year of 2023, you really should I mean, change your mindset as far as marriage is concerned if you want to enter in your marital destiny. Well, I love you. And like I said earlier, if you don't know what the purpose of marriage is, I want you to sign up for my class. There is a class that I'm giving 12 weeks with her or him. It's a very important class where I talk about relationships, I talk about marriage, and I tell you what marriage is and what are the benefits. I tell you everything about marriage, and you have the opportunity to ask all the questions that you have. I wish you, the best. I pray for you. I pray for you. Or I know it's not easy. It's not easy to find the right partner, but with God, all things are possible. I love you. Bye now.